So heartless.
Yeah, pretty heartless.
We are good to go.
Neptune. SCLG.
No, you didn't install your studio, so we're gonna send someone to clean that up.
UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and for just 15 cents a day, you can give me 15 cents a day. You three want to lighten up? The tension is so thick in here I can cut it with my butt cheeks. Handle those screws carefully. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Neptune! Now that Pluto is out of the way, we're the last planet in the solar system. And that's kick-ass, right? Neptune.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. And so it begins. Let's start with the castaway in the hat. If Dr. Seuss's Horton the Elephant ended up stranded on Elephant Island, what might he say to put a positive spin on his situation? An island's an island no matter how underground. An island's an island no matter how devoid of air. An island's an island no matter how radioactive. Or an island's an island no matter how cold. Watch the clock. Player 2, sweet dreams. Players 1 and 3, Elephant Island is a mountainous island off the coast of Antarctica. So yeah, it's pretty cold. Probably too cold for elephants. And they probably have to rename the book Horton Hears a Polar Bear Trying to Kill Him. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it. Try this on for size. The best pet is a shamed pet. So you've probably seen this internet meme, dog shaming, where dog owners take pictures of their sad-looking dogs next to handwritten notes about what they did wrong. I peed on my owner's pillow. Stuff like that. What note would you not see in a dog-shaming picture of Cujo? I trapped a player 2. Who gets the screw? Oh, you're screwed, player 1. You got 5 seconds. In both the book and the movie, Cujo traps a woman and her child in their car and kills several people, including a neighbor and a police officer. But the entire family that owns him is actually out of town during his rampage. If you ask me, they're the ones who should have to pose for a shaming picture. We left town without properly caging our dog, and he murdered a bunch of innocent people. Hilarious. Hate to break the news to you, player 2.
So who are they?
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Coming up next, there's melanoma on that pigskin. Suppose you're at a University of Virginia or UVA football game and the students start doing the wave. If the UVA students' wave acts like the sun's UVA waves, how will the wave look? Player 1, Player 2, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. Wait for it. Wait for it. Way to screw, player 1. You want even more cash? Player 3? Hate to disappoint you, but... Wait, no I don't. Player 1. The sun's UVA rays are referred to as long-wave rays, while UVB rays are called short-wave rays, and UVC rays are even shorter. The longer waves are what make UVA rays penetrate deeper into your skin and the earth. So that's why people who start the wave are always shirtless and covered in body paint. For protection. And here I thought they were just assholes.
Hey, Lord, how you doing?
I call this
Welcome
one.
to a rare
It's not a
game of
tuba,
Road Kicking
but
Our
it
Ass.
is a this or that.
Watch it.
Player 2, your score is pretty lame. Why don't you play this one? I'm gonna read off 7 phrases. For each one, tell me if it's a lesson from the book All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten, or one of the American Film Institute's top 100 movie quotes of all time. If it's a kindergarten lesson, press the square button. If it's a classic movie quote, press the circle button. Now, I need the rest of you to pay attention. Lock in your answers before player 2 does, and if player 2 gets it wrong, I'll split that cash among everyone who got it right. Okay, let's move. A boy's best friend is his mother. Clean up your own mess. Keep your friends close, but say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. Play fair. No wire hangers ever. After all, tomorrow is another day. You're king of the world!
Doesn't matter, I'm still amazing.
Okay, one more bonus question. Here we go. Movie quote or kindergarten lesson. A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. You give up? It's both. Trick question. 5 fingers!
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Open wide for how do you draw Carl's Jr.?
I don't know what.
Which of these restaurant chains' logos does not contain an image described by the restaurant name itself? Red Lobster's, the Cheesecake Factory's, Planet Hollywood's, or Buffalo Wild Wings?
I missed all of that.
Player 3? Ooh, you're gonna be boiling mad. Player 1. There's a lobster in the Red Lobster logo, a planet in the Planet Hollywood logo, and a buffalo in the Buffalo Wild Wings logo. But there's nothing cheesecake or factory related depicted in the Cheesecake Factory logo. Which is why I never eat there. Is it a cheesecake restaurant? Is it a factory? How the heck am I supposed to know what I'm getting myself into? Player 2? I think you're a little lost in space.
Oh, you can start
But you won't be for much longer because you've just won this globe of Neptune. You can't tell one uninhabitable area of frozen methane from the next without it. You'll be happy to know this wrong answer. The game comes with $4,000. Congrats. That about does it for round 1. And player 1 is ahead with a comfortable cushion. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And don't be afraid to use those screws. You didn't come here to make friends. And on its way, Epic Jail. Which of these Batman villains would most likely end up in the prison from Orange is the New Black? Penguin, Poison Ivy, Joker, or Mr. Freeze? Players 1, 2, and 3. Orange is the New Black is set in a female prison, and Poison Ivy is the only female Batman villain here. I get so confused with that series. Is it a drama or is it a comedy? I mean, there are a lot of heavy, meaningful scenes, but on the other hand, there's a dude who dresses up like a bat.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
This one's called Energy in its most tasteless form. I like the types of questions that leave a waxy film in my mouth.
6 is hard.
Cookie fortune,
Yeah. Then go to this or that.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I'm
Let's read this sucker. To err is human, to forgive divine. Okay, which of these baseball scores describes a shortstop in need of divine forgiveness? E1, E3, E6. Player 3, where's that screw? The screw is in you, player 2. 5 seconds to make a choice.
You got some.
Player 3, way to work that screw. Let's see if you can make this really hurt. Player 1. Player 3. In baseball scoring, the pitcher is numbered 1, the catcher 2, first baseman 3, second baseman 4, third baseman 5, and the shortstop is 6. And the E is short for error. But don't look for forgiveness from me, buddy. You'll just have to live with your error, your millions of dollars, the endless parade of women, but not my forgiveness.
Follow me down to the sea.
Let's try low-hanging fruit. If retailer Lane Bryant started pairing their plus-sized clothing with full-bodied red wines for an enhanced shopping experience, what might they advertise? The Chianti collection, the Beaujolais collection, the Sauvignon Blanc collection, or the Petite Sirah collection? Player 1. Players 2 and 3? Can't do anything right, can you? Here's what a right answer looks like. Don't let the name fool you. The Petite Sirah grape produces one of the most robust full-bodied red wines, perfect for a full-bodied woman in a plus-sized red dress. The enhanced shopping experience would also feature the salespeople engaging you in heavy conversation over weighty topics. How about Uber Scary? So I started using Uber, you know that private car service app? Because I refuse to hail a cab like a chump. The only time I stretch my arm out anymore is to high-five my Uber driver. A person who has my information but I don't know at all. Hey! Which cab driver should Uber not hire? Because he's a mass murderer. Latka Gravis, John Winger, Archie Bunker, or Travis Bickle? Player 3? Players 1 and 2? Nice going, meathead. Watch how easy this is. Travis Bickle is the serial killer played by Robert De Niro in Martin Scorsese's 1976 classic film, Taxi Driver. I find the whole mass murderer cab driver stereotype offensive. Just because somebody wants to make an honest living murdering people doesn't mean there's secretly some crazy wacko who drives complete strangers around the city for money. This one's known as OUSOB. I love when people just use initials instead of a first name. J.K. Rowling, T.S. Eliot, others. Okay, shape up, because this one could be worth extra points if you get it right.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right.
Put these people in the following order. The actor from the Hughleys, the author of Lady Chatterley's Lover, the mystery man who hijacked a 727 in 1971 and then escaped by parachute. DB, DL, DH, DL, DH, DB, DH, DB, DL, or DL, DB, DH. Player 1. Congratulations, Knott. Players 2 and 3. D.L. Hughley starred in the Hughleys, D.H. Lawrence wrote Lady Chatterley's Lover, and D.B. Cooper is the name used for a mystery hijacker from the early 70s who was never caught. One grand bonus to each of you for getting that one. Ah, the 70s, when all you needed to get away with a crime was a parachute. Welcome to the attack. When you see two clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, but you lose 2,000 if you're wrong. And most importantly,
remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Let's get it con. What film did these actors con their way through? Good luck.
That he just bounced back to Asgard, yeah. Foreign films that they're in is on the web. No, it's false, is it?
Player 3's got it!
I won.
Player 3, I don't get it. Technically you won, but it's not like you won anything. You won less than anything. I guess there's something to be said for that. Something like,
You don't know Jack!
That's even more.
Doing one more and then that's us?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I am Cookie, and that's my carbon monoxide detector, but don't worry, I don't smell anything. It's a false alarm.
One. So as long as that's gone, one. I like what you're doing. Oh, just sitting there waiting for the count.
You three look like you need some hot trivia action. You all take care of those screws now. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button, and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Hats for rats. What? They're good enough for medical testing, but not good enough for a hat? Let them have a hat, for God's sake. It's all they've got.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash.
All
right, let's move.
Get ready, time for action.
Be an
First question. I specialize in ailments of the man-bear-pig. If an ENT doctor were to inspect the children from the cartoon South Park, what would she probably notice about them? They're missing their ends in the... Alright, player 2, let me know. Player 2? Did you mean to screw yourself? Because it usually feels better when someone else is involved. We'll try not to let that ruin the rest of the game. Player 3? As Kenny would say. Player 1. An ENT doctor specializes in ear, nose, and throats. The South Park kids have throats, but no visible ears or noses. But considering the horrible things that come out of their throats alone, perhaps it's for the best.
I'm never gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say
Say hello to
That's what I get.
Microwave Eggman on high for 7 minutes, and it's a trippy dis or dat. Player 2? That score is embarrassing. Play this dis or dat and make me proud. I'm gonna read off 7 items, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's something mentioned in the lyrics of the Beatles song I Am the Walrus, or an ingredient in Stouffer's meatloaf and gravy frozen dinner. If it's in I Am the Walrus, press the square button. If it's in Stouffer's meatloaf and gravy frozen dinner, press the circle button. The rest of you ought to pay attention. Make your selections before player 2, because if player 2 gets it wrong, everyone who got it right will split the winnings. Alrighty then, here it comes. Cornstarch, cornflake, yellow matter custard, pork, beef powder, molasses, Ridgewind. That performance wasn't cooked all the way through.
I feel like it was there. Oh, damn hard.
And if there's one thing that can last longer than frozen meatloaf, apparently it's Ringo Starr.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
That's gonna go, Ringo. on the...
Here's one I like to call Yo-Yo Ma is so sick of your bitching.
Yeah, Ringo.
So, you know how people are always saying, oh, look, I'm playing the world's smallest violin when I try to tell them my very serious problems? That really ticks me off. If I wanted to tell somebody who's whining about their problems, oh, look, I'm participating in the world's smallest string quartet, how many tiny violins would I need to pretend to play? One tiny... Player 1, who do you want to screw? You're screwed, Player 3. 5 seconds to pick an answer. That's how you screw Player 1. Time to twist the knife. Player 1. Could be worse, you know, in theory. Player 2. A string quartet typically consists of 2 violin players plus a violist and a cellist. And not one of them gives a shit about your problems.
Well, I thought it was You'd have to be an idiot.
Here we have, from space, Earth looks so apple-teeny.
Appletini.
What would you see on the science show Cosmos if it were really about drinking Cosmos? Neil deGrasse Tyson buzzing from vodka, Neil deGrasse Tyson drunk on gin, Neil deGrasse Tyson sloppy from whiskey, or Neil deGrasse Tyson plastered from tequila? Players 1 and 2? You got it. No, you didn't. Player 3? Cosmopolitans are made from vodka, triple sec, and a few other ingredients. And while the show would be entertaining, it would probably just get people arguing about whether Cosmos were perfected over time, or if they came from a giant mixologist in the sky. Take a stab at Sky Fallout Boy. So, I finally got around to seeing Skyfall, and...
Oh, yoo-hoo! Cookie Masterson! It's me!
Oh, great, it's Billy again.
It's not Dilly, it's Dutty!
Oh, great, it's Betty again.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me! I've decided to become a famous movie actress.
Again, this wig is not convincing at all, Billy.
So I'm going to audition to be a Bond girl.
Whoa, careful, Betty. It's usually not safe to be a Bond girl. Have you seen a James Bond movie?
I've seen pretty much all of them. Which James Bond girl gets killed before the end of the movie? Tussie Galore, Clancy O'Toole, Mary Goodnight, or Octotussie?
Player 2? You're just trying to make me say that word, and I'm not going to say it. Players 1 and 3?
Tussie Galore, Mary Goodnight, and Octotussie make it to the end of the movie, but Clancy O'Toole drowns in a swimming pool in Diamonds Are Forever. So I'll just be a surviving Bond girl like Tussie Galore or Octotussie.
Please, just stop saying Tussie.
I'm not saying Tussie, I'm saying Tussie.
This is making me uncomfortable.
Well, don't be such a Tussie.
That's the only thing I remember.
That'll bring an end to our first round. And player 1 is in the lead. Think that might change soon? Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And don't forget, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Okay, let's see what's next. Why not try Witty Twister? So, I've been watching the HBO series Girls, and wow, every episode has its star Lena Dunham taking off her shirt. They must save a lot of money on wardrobe for that show. If Lena Dunham only starred in shows that featured nudity, which musical could she be in? Pippin, Man of La Mancha, Miss Saigon, or Hair? Player 2? Players 1 and 3? The musical Hair, which is set in the late 1960s to early 70s, sports a famous nude scene, so Lena would feel comfortable doing this show. I once saw a production of Steel Magnolias that featured full front nudity until I realized it was a strip club filled with older women.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
I'll get mixed up with the both.
Good
Up next,
morning,
we're too po for this house.
Good morning.
What kind of homeowner's insurance would be most important to whoever owns the House of Usher from Edgar Allan Poe's story? Giant monster rodent infestation coverage? House randomly crumbling to pieces coverage? Meteor destroying neighborhood coverage? Or devil revealing houses in hell dimension coverage? Why didn't you pick this? At the end of Poe's The Fall of the House of Usher, the house splits in half and then crumbles to the ground for no worldly reason. The point is, if you ever find yourself in the middle of an Edgar Allan Poe story, just make sure you get full coverage on every possible thing. Players 1, 2, and 3. Now, there are no giant rats in the House of Usher. But hopefully there are some rats in your life because you've just won a rat pimp hat from Hats for Rats. Your rat will be the life of the party with this pimp hat. Gold rat teeth sold separately. Today's wrong answer of the game is accompanied by an $8,000 cash bonus. Have at it.
Literally musical program, they'll be like
Follow
clapping.
me down to
Because they've done
the
it for the
sea.
top guys, so his deck was revealed after the group singer.
Next,
So you
Honey
only actually
Crunches
clap
of
it,
Oats.
and then they move around. And moves clapping the slow.
And now, for your entertainment, I will do an impression of a man eating a fortune cookie, using nothing but my hands and this fortune cookie. Pretty uncanny impression, huh? Okay, let's see. There's no such thing as a sure thing. Okay, but if I were betting on the ponies, which of these would be the closest thing to a sure thing? Oh, player 3! Who's... Goodness, player 1, you're screwed! You got 5 seconds to give me an answer. I think you know it's coming. Superb screwing, player 3. Grab a few more bucks, why don't you? Players 2 and 3. How do you say, no? This would have worked. Of the horses listed here, Future Glue with 2 to 5 odds would be the favorite to win, and so, in theory, the closest thing to a sure thing. And that's good enough for me. Hey, Steve the sound guy, put a tin hayseed on Future Glue to jump the gusset.
I don't think those are real things you just said, Mr. Masterson.
Don't give me the quick and the shift, Steve. Just do it.
Whatever you say, Mr. Masterson.
Oh, some people these days, they couldn't tell a hound's whistle from a saw hair to save their grandmother's biscuits.
Yeah.
Next up, how to eat a ginger. Say Disney decides to do a big screen adaptation of the folktale The Gingerbread Man. Which existing Disney character could they pull out of retirement to play the animal that finally eats the gingerbread man? Mufasa, Robin Hood, Baloo, or Sven? Player 1. In the Disney adaptation of Robin Hood is a fox, just like the character that eventually tricks and eats the gingerbread man in the classic story, so he could conceivably play the part. I think it's finally time a Disney movie ended with the main character being eaten alive. I thought that's how The Little Mermaid was gonna end. Players 2 and 3? Sorry, no take-backs. It's time for That Question of the Month. If Tampax were a company that was always in the red, what would be true? Tampax is profitable, Tampax just breaks even, Tampax is losing money, or Tampax isn't. Players 1, 2, and 3? When a company is in the red, it means they're losing money. But I gotta say, it does sound better than Tampax being in the black. Brace yourself for the attack. Of course, who wants to hear my yapping? Oh, I'm still doing it. Sorry. Here you go. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Lions, lions, and more lions. Oh
Hello, you're PJ. Nice to meet you. What was this one? The lion in it. Yeah. I remember from Bandai. I'm last.
Player one's got it! You know, player one, that win was like a school bus. Clunky and slow, but it still got you there. And from the looks of players 2 and 3, we're sitting in the back where it's really bumpy. So remember... You don't know Jack!
One more.
Hi, I'm Cookie, and if you like tortoises dressed up like women, then please consider donating to my Kickstarter campaign. I'm glad you three decided to play our little game here, although I suppose your options were limited. Everybody's got their screws. If you think another player is clueless, screw them and make them answer immediately. If they miss it, you win extra cash. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
In Pool Toilets. You're in for a great deal.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. Hang on tight, we're in for a ride.
Get ready, time for question.
Oh my god, just drunk.
First on the docket, oh bother, where art thou? How would Winnie the Pooh probably spell Honey Boo Boo's name? Honey Boo Boo, Honey Boo Boo, Honey Boo Boo, or Honey Boo Boo? Players 1, 2, and 3. As evidenced by his honey pot, Winnie the Pooh spells honey Hunny. The other animals in the 100-acre wood are just glad he hasn't figured out he's a bear and should have eaten everybody by now.
Oh, Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
My brain goes, you're wrong, David, you're wrong.
Here's a good one. And I was like, pithy, oh. And it's time for a tweet this or that. Player 1, you could use a lift. This one's got your name all over it. I'm gonna read off 7 Justin Bieber tweets, and for each one, I need you to tell me if it received more than 50,000 favorites, or received fewer than 50,000 favorites. If it has more than 50,000 favorites, press the square button. If it has fewer than 50,000 favorites, press the circle button. The rest of you should still keep your eyes open. Lock in your answers before player 1, because if player 1 gets it wrong, everyone who got it right will split the cash. Okay, we're off. Hi. Hello, July. Haha. Frog lawn. Great night. Long flight. Africa. Nobody's following you. Justin Bieber can write one word on Twitter and a flood of people supporting. Yet when I write a long essay about designing women on Facebook, not a single person likes it. Unbelievable.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
May I introduce... Please, Mr. Postman, just leave me the hell alone.
Mr. Postman.
According to the title of author James M. Cain's famous 1934 crime novel, what would be the sound of a postman at your door? Sound 1. Player 1, who are you gonna screw? Player 2, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds. Player 1, nicely screwed. Don't stop there. Get some more cash. Players 1 and 3. Smart people choose this. James M. Cain wrote the famous crime novel The Postman Always Rings Twice. So if the title is correct, 2 rings would be the sound of a postman at your door. It's just too bad James M. Cain never got the chance to finish his long-awaited sequel. The Jehovah's Witnesses won't go away until you turn on the sprinklers. Bucker up for Snap, Crackle, and Crunch. I've been trying to improve my grip lately, so I started this new exercise program where I crack open fortune cookies all day.
Got the wrong answer in set 2.
Yeah, that's it. Feel the burn. Okay, let's see what we got. Tomorrow is another day. Oh yeah? Well, which of these Bill Murray characters might disagree? Bob Wiley, Carl Spackler, Phil Connors, or Peter Venkman? Player 1.
Swing and a miss.
Players 2 and 3. Busted! Allow me. Phil Connors is Bill Murray's character in the comedy classic Groundhog Day, about a man who keeps reliving the same day over and over again. So for him, tomorrow isn't another day, it's the same day. It's just too bad James M. Cain never got the chance to finish his long-awaited sequel, The Jehovah's Witnesses Won't Go Away Until You Turn on the Sprinklers. Wait, what just happened there? Anyway, on to question 5. And now, please, Mr. Postman, just leave me the hell alone. Wait, no, we're not doing an extended Groundhog Day bit. Let's just do a question about Earth or something. Alright, here we go. Suppose a police officer asked planet Earth, do you know how fast you were going? What would be the best answer? Player 3, who gets... Player 1, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. The Earth moves around the Sun at an average speed of 67,000 miles per hour. But the Earth got out of the ticket by wearing a low-cut top that showed its poles. Can't get rid of that screw so easily, Player 3.
Except when you screw and you smaller than 20 feet.
That's all we got for round 1. And Player 1 is winning, and leaving no doubt about it either. Don't forget, in round 2, all the cash is doubled. And keep in mind, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer to the game. Well, no time like the present. Coming up, R&B Prepared. If the R&B singer Brandy were just like the alcoholic spirit Brandy, what should have been her previous stage name? Vodka, wine, whiskey, or rum? Player 2. Brandy is made by distilling wine, which concentrates the alcohol. And boom, brandy. Personally, I prefer to sit down and unwind with a snifter of Moesha. Players 1 and 3, you're drunk.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Next, Kiss Me, Kate Upton.
Yeah, well done.
So, I had this weird dream where Kate Upton and I got married and moved to the suburbs. It sounds nice, but I never get to see her because she's always dropping the kids off at soccer practice, and I just go mow the lawn. Oh man, I hate being dream married. Where would Dream Kate Upton be off to if our imaginary soccer-playing kids switched to playing rugby? Dropping the kids... Player 2, who's gonna get that screw? Oh, you're screwed, Player 1. You got 5 seconds. Let this be a lesson to you. Player 2, way to screw, baby. Why not pick up a few more bucks? Player 2, swing and a miss. Player 3, a game of rugby is played on a field called a pitch. The worst thing is, I'm pretty sure Kate Upton is cheating on me with Dream Ryan Gosling. Why did I dream him up?
Soccer is also played on a pitch.
Here we have Andrew Lloyd's subletter.
You don't get the wrong answer.
What would the Craigslist ad say if the Phantom from the musical Phantom of the Opera wanted to rent out his secret lair? Great view from the attic of the Opera House, roomy tunnels underneath the Opera House, wonderful location across the street from the Opera House, or comfy ghost dimension with portal into Opera House. Players 1, 2, and 3. The Phantom and Andrew Lloyd Webber's long-running musical Phantom of the Opera has a secret lair in the tunnels under the Paris Opera House. Which sounds like a nice place to live, but he's constantly banging on the ceiling telling them to turn that deflator mouse down.
Supernatural presence.
Here's one I like to call Swank You Very Much.
I'd be like,
I'm having an intimate gathering at my place next weekend. Some fine wine, hors d'oeuvres. It's black tie only party. No one's RSVP'd yet, but it's a busy time of year and...
Did someone say tardy? Oh yeah!
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me! Cookie, I must have misplaced my invitation. What should I drink?
Well, Billy, it's gonna be a very classy event, and,
No problem. I will drink only the very, very best that America has to offer. So, hey, what's the best-selling beer in America? Budweiser, Bud Light, Miller Lite, or Busch Light?
Player 1. Players 2 and 3. Now, this...
Cookie, I'll take it from here. This answer is a dud. Budweiser.
Next time, try this. Bud Light is by far the best-selling beer in America. But, Billy...
No, don't try to talk me out of it. For you, only the best.
No, please, don't bring it... Please don't come... Say hello to the Ben Tolls for Thee. Which of these Bens is closest to the height of Big Ben's tower? Ben Affleck, Ben Stiller, Ben Kingsley, or Ben Stein? Players 1 and 3. Huh? Player 2. Ben Affleck is 6'3", much bigger than the rest of these Bens. So he's closest in height to Big Ben up at the top of that clock tower. Yet strangely, he still can't seem to get out of the shadow of Matt Damon.
No, thanks for saying. Do one more after the function.
Step right up to the jacket. Well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. Comedians of game shows. Which game show do these comedians host?
Comedian game show.
I didn't know we had to.
Okay.
Okay, I got
Yeah, me too. There's no problem, right? We know like 3 of them. There we go. Okay, come on. Do we know this?
for the baby.
Probably a joke. IBM. So, Wayne Brady could also be. What is it then? He did know.
Seen clips of it. It's always actually this in one word.
Player 3 wins it all! Player 3, that was a very close win. I was on the edge of my seat. Although that's mostly because my seat is still wet from when you peed yourself earlier. Have you changed yet? I'm picking up a distinct odor coming from your direction. It smells like...
You don't know Jack! On or something. And it was the... Remember it was like, couples go through these like, it's like couples therapy.
Hi, this is Cookie Masterson, and I snuck into an R-rated movie last weekend. I'm technically old enough, but it's just part of the thrill.
Do you remember what I'm talking about? It was like in this like...
Okay, you three, no joking around. This is serious trivia business. There are your screws to get you started. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button, and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by...
Nose Candy Company. It's candy. You stick up your nose. Who says your mouth gets to have all the fun?
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. All right, here goes nothing. To get things rolling, speed reading. Which of these is Tara Reid blowing a reed instrument? Tara Reid blowing a clarinet, Tara Reid blowing a piccolo, Tara Reid blowing a recorder, or Tara Reid blowing a tuba? Player 3, what were you thinking there? Players 1 and 2, a clarinet is a reed instrument. And you know what? Tara Reid can blow my clarinet any day. In fact, she can have it. I got it as a gift. I don't even know how to play the darn thing. Let's try. Please respect my spacey. So, I'm gonna see my family soon, which means one thing. An inevitable debate on which show we all silently watch together. So, I'm wondering, if my family votes on whether or not to watch House of Cards, the same way the U.S. House of Representatives formally votes, what will I hear? Ayes and nays. Player 2! Player 3, you're getting screwed. You got 5 seconds. Nobody picks that one. Player 2, that was some mighty fine screwing. Want a little more money? Players 1 and 2, yays and nays are the official words used when tallying votes in the U.S. House. I stopped watching House of Cards because I thought it was annoying when Kevin Spacey talked to the audience. I hate it when someone talks to the audience. Do you know what I'm talking about? Isn't that really annoying? So, what else is going on with you?
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Yeah, toy boxes.
just has the
How
same
about
level of
a Geppetto crime?
voiceovers with the Oreo.
If Pinocchio went back inside the sperm whale to steal its ambergris, who would he sell it to? A butcher? Player 1, who do you want to screw? Believe it, player 3, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to answer. What? No. Player 1, that was a successful screw. Why not grab a few more bucks while you're at it? Player 2, ambergris is found in the digestive tract of the sperm whale and is used as a main ingredient in perfume. And with the money he made from selling it, Pinocchio could buy a bottle of his own favorite fragrance, Pine Sol. Player 1, hey, way to be wrong!
The more I think you're right.
Take a stab at Pink Eye, and it's a dis or dat.
That's what I think in my
Player 3, you think you can increase your score a bit with this dis or dat? I'm going to list off 7 names, and for each, I want you to tell me if it's an album by the singer Pink or an anal bleaching cream. If it's a Pink album, press the square button. If it's for anal bleaching, press the circle button. Now the rest of you listen up.
What do you know about the Pink album?
Lock in your answers before player 3. If player 3 gets it wrong, I'll split up that cash to everyone who got it right. We good? Here we go. Pink Privates. Pink Daisy. Dr. Pinks. My Pink Wink. Pink Cheeks. Pink Box. Honey Bear Butt Bleach. Not bad. It's like you mostly brightened your butthole, but there's still a couple of funky patches. Okay. Sorry we spent so much time talking about anuses. I hope it didn't taint your enjoyment of the game.
But the more I think about it, the more I
And
go,
on its
nah,
way,
it's
skaters
really
gonna
good, it's really
skate.
clever.
Which of these Disney characters skating around during a Disney on Ice show might make you hungry for some fruits de mer? Donald Duck, Sebastian, Bambi, or Piglet? Oh, player 3, who's getting the screw job? The screw is in you, player 2. 5 seconds to make a choice. Really? Mighty fine screwing, player 3.
Trying to think what
Don't stop there, get some more cash. Players 1 and 3. Fruits de mer is a French seafood platter that consists of a variety of shellfish, usually placed over a bed of ice. So, Sebastian the crab skating around on the ice like that might make you hungry for it. But the worst thing about eating an animated crab like Sebastian is trying to break him open with a cartoon hammer. We've finished round 1, and player 2 is out in front, but there's more trivia to come. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And I want to see some screwing. I didn't hand them out for my health.
With my sister and our friend.
This one's called, What does a guy have to do to order a drink around here? And there's some extra cash in it for you if you get this one correct.
It's the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right.
Put these sodas in order from oldest to newest, based on when they were first introduced. Diet Coke, Diet 7-Up, Diet Pepsi. Diet Pepsi, Diet 7-Up, Diet Coke, Diet Coke, Diet 7-Up, Diet Pepsi, Diet 7-Up, Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, or Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Diet 7-Up. Player 1. Players 2 and 3. Sucks to be you. One right answer coming up. Diet Pepsi debuted in the mid-60s, Diet 7-Up came out in the 70s, and Diet Coke hit stores in the early 80s. And that's why everyone in America is so slim and healthy. Thanks, Diet Sodas!
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bag.
I think that Coke is the
May I introduce the Mr. Big Wall of
In
China.
America for years, there was food
If a
fights.
Chinese version of Sex and the City were filmed in Hong Kong, what new name would better describe its location? Sex and the Executive Capital, Sex and the Special Administrative Region, Sex and the Autonomous Province of Privilege, or Sex and the Sanctioned... Player 2? Any last words? Not too late. Players 1 and 3? That's such a Miranda answer. Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Hong Kong is designated as a special administrative region, so a Chinese version of Sex and the City would be called Sex and the Special Administrative Region.
I don't even know
My
how
other
to say
favorite
that.
Chinese TV show remake is Three's Company, and any more is strictly prohibited.
Follow me down to the sea.
I call this one Daddy Fearist.
I just had them like.
Which of these movie characters would you be most likely to see sending a Father's Day card to Satan? Damien Thorne, Rosemary Woodhouse, Lancaster Marin, or John Constantine? Player 1.
Damien Thorne.
Oh, the humanity! Players 2 and 3. Damien Thorne from the 1976 horror classic The Omen is the son of the devil. And you just know that Damien is gonna get a cush job in hell, beating out demons who are way more qualified.
Production team.
And now that's what I call growing pains. Suppose singer-songwriter Robin Thicke lays an egg during his next concert performance, literally. If his first name is any indication, what would the audience see? A dark gray egg fly out of his butt? A brown egg fly out of his butt? A yellow spotted egg fly out of his butt? Or a blue egg fly out of his butt? Player 1. Robins and possibly Robin Thicke's lay blue eggs. And if history repeats itself, whatever pops up out of that egg will be twice as talented as its father. Player 2, honest mistake. Player 3, this is gonna hurt. Here's a good one. The Bell Czar.
The bell.
What would a bell curve of Taco Bell products reveal? The normal distribution of chalupas, the rate of change of beefy crunch burritos, the sine and cosine of XXL grilled stuffed burritos, or the Pythagorean constant of Doritos Locos Tacos? Player 2? No. Players 1 and 3?
Wow.
No, but I can tell you how quickly those things change in my digestive tract. It's pretty quick. Here's what you meant to pick. The bell curve is used to describe the normal distribution, which in this case would be about chalupas. And that particular bell curve reaches its highest point around the 2 a.m. mark.
Yeah, I know that. You drive him home. Yeah,
Welcome
that
to
was-
the
I said that,
attack.
and I was like,
I'm sorry, was I talking too much? Fine, here's your clue. It was a mighty good film. Watch your mighty movie. Good luck.
And it is 7:25 to 12 was the night of this film. Oh, I know.
What are you doing?
Listen, Lord. She is in Do you not like Woody Allen? Would you really, yeah, Woody Allen? Don't.
So he somehow found a way to marry the legal.
The producer.
But even if people get that
I really don't think
Player one with the win! Wow, player one, you actually won the game with a score that's lower than 0. It's like running a race backwards, except that you don't have to be in shape to play a trivia game. By the way,
You don't know Jack!
But before anyone can say yes,
Please.